Hey everybody, and welcome back to Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz, Jackie Later, still like Jackson. We're back in my little kitchen, but we're gonna go out and grill, man. I know we're doing some more grill stuff, but it's coming up on my favorite time of year, man. Fall, autumn, spoopy time, Halloween time, whatever. Soup season, tamale season, taco season. Like, we're gonna do some more stuff. We're gonna get into that, but I'm still got a bunch of grill stuff. I grilled my ass off this kitchen. We're just catching up on the backlog. This is gonna be great. Before we get into it, be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff, ring the little bell. Should be in that corner if I'm doing this right. If not, it's a little bell thing, and it gives you notification when we do these on Tuesdays and Fridays. Also, there's a link down in the doobly-doo's got our merch. We got fake hands and spatulas and flippers and spoons and an apron, and we got all kind of cool stuff. We're small business. We appreciate that, but it's not mandatory. It's up to you guys. Let us know. And let's just get into the food. Yeah, I shaved it down. Looks cool, right? Makes my head look more round and my body, too. Okay, let's just get into the food. Alright, so you're going to need one of these pork loins. You can get these for about $8-10 frozen. We're going to cut it in half, so it's going to cut your budget down. You can use it for 2 different meals at least. Or you can probably do it by thirds. But let it thaw out. Be sure to keep it refrigerated while you thaw it, okay? Make it nice and squishy. Now, the first part we're going to do is a lemon pepper, just a dry rub here on the bottom half, which can dry out, but you got to be careful with that. The other half, we're going to use my favorite thing in the world, this new stuff. It's a jalapeno puree. I've been looking for a way to just put jalapeno flavor and stuff. And some minced garlic. Now, you can do it your own self and mince it, but I just buy it by the jar. It's super easy. It's so much better that way. So, you can use any of the other stuff. You can season this with whatever you want, whatever kind of seasoning. Once you get out of the plastic, make sure you don't have any hair or anything stuck to it. Get you a nice sharp knife. Again, shout out to Andy. Thank you very much. And I'm just going to cut this one half. Now, again, you can do this in like thirds if you're doing like a smaller meal, or you can take it and turn it sideways, split it if you want to make even more here. Even break it down into like fajitas and stuff if you do it that way. Cut it lengthways. But, also meant to mention we're going to need some aluminum foil because you don't want it to dry out. If you just do it straight on a grill, it will dry out really hard on the outside, which can be a little rough. So get you a couple of pieces of aluminum foil. You want to get it to where it'll at least cover it up. It don't have to be airtight, so you could leave a little hole in the top and it's fine. So get you your lemon pepper. You're just going to put it down like a dry rub. Now, a lot of this will sweat off and will stay in the aluminum foil, so don't worry about using too much. Again, just take your hands, use it because it's a dry rub. Just rub it in. But you're going to make sure to get it on both sides. So flip it over, coat the bottom as well. Be careful about your hands. You got raw pork, so you need to clean that lemon pepper container when you're done. Just go ahead, rub it in here, and be sure to get the ends. Now, you can do that just by picking up the stuff that fell off on the aluminum foil before. Boop, boop, boop. Just tapping right there. Same thing on the other side. See how it picks up that seasoning. And then that's all you need to do for this one. Now, we're going to marinate this. We're going to fold it up as best we can. Like I said, it doesn't have to be airtight, so even if you leave a little gap at the top or it's sealed, you don't have to tape it down or any of that kind of stuff. Just close it up as best you can. Try to keep it covered, but if there's a little hole, it's not that big deal. Cut you another loose piece of aluminum foil. Put this in the fridge. Let it marinate for at least 2 hours. I'd try to do mine overnight. That way I can just flip it every 2 hours or so. And then the other one, we're going to do this a little different. We're going to put about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons per side here. So we're just going to do the top one, get as much as we can. That wasn't a full one. This is, or it was a little bit more than one is what I was saying. So go ahead and put that on there. And a tablespoon of your the pureed jalapeno stuff. I got this at H-E-B down here, and it's super amazing. I think you can find it at Walmart as well. So you can use any kind of brush, silicone if you got it. I don't prefer the string ones because those are gross. It's super hard to clean. But just give it a nice brush around. Now we're going to put this one down as the bottom for when we start. Don't have to worry too much about the ends because this one sweats a lot, and we'll cook that and get that seasoning everywhere on this one. Now, this one, I'm going to use this side as the top, okay? So it gets you a nice sharp knife, and we're just going to cut a couple of little 1/4 to 1/2 inch slits across the top. This is basically going to hold your garlic on top. Your lemon pepper sticks really well. The jalapeno stuff is liquid, so it heats up and runs. So that and your garlic will run off of there. So you cut these little slits in it, and it will hold the seasoning on the top while it's cooking. So again, tablespoon of each here. Just put it on there, and then use your silicone spoon or your hand or your fork or butter knife, or just look at it and eat it until it moves. It's completely up to you, but take it and mush it around, and you'll see how the cuts that you just put in there are starting to catch that, right? Like if it was still alive, that'd be scar tissue, but it holds it really well, and it looks pretty when you're done later. So get that nice and done. Now, just like the other one, we're going to go ahead and wrap the aluminum foil up. Does not have to be super tight. You just want to kind of cover it, make it safe, especially while you're letting it marinate. We're going to put it in the fridge, and let it sit for at least 2 hours. I'm going to let mine sit overnight, so I'll put mine in like a Tupperware thing, and then turn it every couple of hours while I'm awake, and in the morning turn it the other way. So like 2 hours, turn it, see what my hand's doing. So now, next day, we're out at the grill. So you want to keep it a nice grill here. This is a gas one. If you're not, you don't want to use direct heat. You want to put your coals at the back and put your pork loin at the front. And be sure to clean it, because we're going to start it with the aluminum foil, but then we're going to take it out to get those awesome grill marks. So once you get up there, you're going to put it at medium to low. You want it at about 300 degrees. My fire is mostly in the back, so I'm going to put mine closer to the front, and we're going to check it about every 20 minutes or so. But yeah, you want that internal temperature to get to your 165 to make it safe or whatever. So be sure to check it. Like I said, it's in between like 3 to 350 is fine. It's kind of hard to gauge these on, like the regular fires and stuff. But low heat, you don't want them directly on the fire, because they will overcook and cook way too fast. But yeah, check them about every 20 minutes. You want to check the tenderness with a fork. So at 20 minutes, I left it. At the 40 minutes, I went ahead and pulled them out and turned them over. Now you can open these up and check on them. And this is, like I said, about the 35 to 40 minute mark or whatever. You see how it's cooking on one side. I went ahead and turned it over, but left it on the aluminum. Okay, let it do that next 20 minutes with it on the aluminum. Again, if it's cooking too fast, the outside's getting higher, your fire's too hot. So be sure to be careful with that. Always do low and slow when you're cooking this stuff. Look how gorgeous this looks, and that's just the top. That hasn't been turned over yet. Use anything, be careful when you're using a fork. It'll spill all that stuff out the bottom if you accidentally stab it. So just take it, let it sit down in there. You don't have to cover it up super tight. Be careful, this is very hot. It's been on the fire, whatever, and let it go for another 15 to 20. Now again, check your temperatures. Like I said, I think this was about the 50 minute mark when I was checking on it. It was starting to really firm up, starting to really smell amazing. Let's go ahead and pull this aluminum out. You don't want to pour all that into the fire. I don't think on the gas one it really matters much unless you're worried about catching fire. But then you're going to take it and put it directly on your grill. This is where you're going to get those really cool grill marks. You're going to put it about 10 minutes per side. So this is going to be your last 20 minutes. Here, again, check your temperatures. It needs to be that 165 in the middle just to be safe. We just go ahead and take these and put them directly on the grill, turn them after about 10 minutes. These are going to start to look good. I had to race the rain and the light. So you'll see here in a minute, I kind of ran out of the light. I beat the rain and got all this cooked in the hour that I was shooting for. But that's super firm. It smells amazing. Now this part, you got to be careful. Don't let it cook too much, because it'll dry out that outside. These turned out really well. I pulled them off just before they started to get too dry. Started dry on the outside, but the inside was still amazing. Look, those are the grill marks you want. See, that looks perfect. Like I said, 5 to 10 minutes at the most. I put 10, which was kind of dangerously close. You see the cut marks and the grill marks lined up really well on these. So, yeah, when it gets dark here, let me show you. Boom, it got dark. These are perfect. These are well cooked. The inside's at a great temperature. Pull these out, cut them up. You can use it for anything. You can put them in tacos. You put them in sandwiches. You can eat it just straight. I put it on a bed of rice for most of my recipes, because rice just helps everything stretch. But this is all it takes. This is one of those things I always thought was super complicated. It was the witchcraft of my childhood that my mom was like, I'm going to go cook a loin. And I thought it was this over-the-top, super hard thing to do. This is relatively easy. No shade to my mom. Mom knows what the hell she's doing, and she's doing it while she's wrangling 3 kids and a dog and an asshole ex-husband and stuff. So, yeah, it was black magic for her to get this done and teach me how to do it back when I was a kid. But, yeah, for a grown-ass man like this works out well. This is 2 or 3 meals for one fat guy, or you can sit down and this is 2 separate meals for at least 4 people. You put it next to some sides, a little bit of vegetables and rice, well under a budget, even if you include your vegetables in that $1 rice that I get, or less than $1 if you're actually cooking it from scratch stuff. So this is great. You got to give this a try. It's great for like meal prep, because you can take one of these, cut it up, and use half of it for your full meal, for full week's meals worth. That's a lot of words I just put together. But yeah, this works really great. And when you reheat it in the office or around any people in work, they're going to know that you know how to cook, because it smells great. It's not like fish or anything horrible. So yeah, you got to give this one a try. How awesome was that? That was good, right? Well, there you have it, folks. That pork loin is amazing. If you do it differently, you want to see us do it differently, let us know. Put it down in the comments. Not the content. I'll put it in the content. You put it in the comments. Let us know. Tell me if you want to do it differently, if I've done it wrong, or I should revisit it. I'll revisit it. I get to eat this stuff, so that's totally cool. Sorry about my lighting setup. My little ring light is been moved for my miniature stuff. But let us know. You can let us know here. You can also find us on social media. You can put us on Facebook, Pinterest, Patreon. We're all those at Live Between Paychecks Kitchen. You can also find us on Instagram at Live Between. Me, Osway Nerdy, I'm on all of those, including Twitter and TikTok, which I've been doing some little videos over there. It's a lot of my nerd stuff too. So you can find me over there. I'm going to try to get in or out of this light here. There you go. That's my face. That's horrible. And I will see y'all next time. Y'all be safe. Please be safe. I'll see y'all.